The workplace environment brings us an awareness of other areas of our lives that we may not be tapping into yet. And it is very vital that we just not look at the workplace relationship as just one that exists because we're working or we have a job. The workplace relationship reflects other areas of our lives that we may not be tapping into yet. And it also brings us a conscious awakening to other areas of our lives that we may have some deficiencies in, and we need to really own on in and zoom into and then begin to do the work in those areas. So look at the workplace environment that you're in. It may be a past workplace environment, it may be your current workplace environment, and ask yourself, what is this environment teaching me about myself? Especially for those who may be in a workplace environment that is not healthy. You have to really look at it as, if I'm in this place that's unhealthy, what is this place teaching me about the other areas of my life? Because when the wheel of life is not balanced, we find ourselves sinking in on one side, and that side of life that's shrinking in or sinking in brings a reflection to the other areas of our lives that we need to balance with and in. And as we zoom in to those other areas, we kind of begin to see the patterns and the unhealthy coping mechanisms we have been developing that also resulted in us ending up in that workplace environment that we find ourselves. I, for one, had to do that during my healing process and prior to coaching others. I had to really look at what was taking me into unhealthy workplace environments. And I discovered that there were areas of my lives that were unhealthy. And because I needed a conscious awakening, I needed to really tap into those areas to really begin to see that the wheel of life was in balance. And some of us also use the workplace as a way out of dealing with the issues that we have. And I'm saying that because we may be running away from some issues that we have in our personal lives, and we may be trying to dive into the workplace to use that as a soother. And what that workplace does to us in that situation is to expose the areas that we're running away from. And so we're avoiding the avoidant attachment style. We're avoiding some things in our lives. And then we're trying to use the workplace to be the soother, but the workplace is actually exposing those things that we're avoiding so that we can gain a conscious awareness and begin to heal from those areas as well. So today my challenge to you is to look at your life in terms of spirituality, emotional, mental, physical, family, friends, social, and the workplace. Those are the 8 areas of life. And when you look at those areas and you're looking to see the patterns that you're repeating or the unhealthy coping mechanisms that you've been adapting to that is being repeated in the workplace, that brings you the awakening of what work you need to do in your own life so that you don't end up in such workplaces again. Because if those areas of your life are reflecting what's happening in the workplace, then it means it's a repeated pattern and cycle, and you're finding yourself in a space where the awakening is coming, but you're not yet tapping into it because you're not conscious of it yet. And so tap into every area of your life and see where the deficiencies are, and make sure that the wheel of life is balanced. Because if you have a puncture somewhere in the wheel of life, it's going to affect every other area. It's like driving a car and you have a punctured tire. You can't move forward without fixing that tire. And that's the same thing that we have to do in our own personal lives to make sure that the work environment we find ourselves in is part of the healthy patterns that we're building, and the part of the healthy lifestyle we're developing, and part of our healing work that we're doing, so that we find ourselves in places that allow us to continue to evolve, then retard every area that's going to be affected in our lives, and then we find ourselves sinking our own boat. So look at it today. What's your workplace environment like? Is it a workplace that's supporting every area of your life in terms of work-life balance? Is it an area of your life where you're finding yourself spending more time than you need to? Because if it's a workplace, you have the 9 to 5, or you have the 8 to 4, or you have the 7 to 3. And if you find yourself working outside those hours, then your wheel of life will not be balanced, because again, it's work-life balance. And if you're not able to balance your work and life, then it means that there's going to be deficiencies, and you're going to be emotionally overwhelmed, and you're going to find yourself developing habits and patterns that are not healthy to you, and those will begin to reflect in every other area of your life and affect you and the ones that you love in your life. So take a look at where you are. What's the purpose of that workplace? What awareness are you gaining from that workplace about your own life? Remember, it's not just work and get paid. It's work for a purpose, and it's in alignment with the purpose of your life. And if you don't know the purpose of your life, then it's time to begin to do the work to find your life's purpose first, so that you don't end up in workplaces that are not in alignment with your purpose, but are taking you away from your purpose. And so the more you do the work, the more you gain the awareness, the more you begin to gain this conscious awakening, the better you begin to understand where you are and where you need to be in terms of work, and in terms of your life, and in terms of balancing both, and in terms of the people that you meet in the workplace, because the workplace relationship is also a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. Let me say that again. The workplace relationship is also a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. So this week, spend that time, begin to journal down every workplace you found yourself. How has it contributed to your growth and evolving in life's journey? How has it retarded your growth? How has it brought you more emotional pain? How has it brought you more emotional enlightenment that it's helping you develop your emotional intelligence? And if you begin to do those evaluations and you see that it's on the negative side, then you need to start doing the work in your own life, so that you're going to open yourself up. You're going to release everything that's holding you back from getting to where you need to be healthy. And then you're going to be able to, as you release, you're going to open yourself up to receiving the workplaces that are in alignment with your life goals and purpose. And you're going to find yourself in a more healthy environment that's supporting your growth and helping you also evolve in your career as you grow in life. That's all I have today. Remember to never stop working on you as long as you're living. And part of the work is to make sure that your workplace environment is in alignment with your life's purpose, so that as you contribute to the workplace, you're also contributing to your own life's growth and development without retarding your own growth. Remember, you only have the power to control what's happening within and with you, and you don't have control over anything else. So as long as you're doing the work in your own place, you're opening yourself up to life's growth, opportunities, and possibilities, as long as you're still breathing and living. Take good care now. God bless. Bye-bye.